Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who teach and rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. All right, it's your brother Parathon. All right, basically, man, I just want to get into, just want to touch on greed, man. Greed being the topic of this lesson, you know. That's a trait of Esau and his offspring, and a trait that 2/3 of our people have adopted. You know, being under the heel for so long. So I'm just gonna bring some scriptures out, man. Lord willing, this lesson's edifying, right? I'm gonna bounce around. All right, so this is Sirach 31:19. It says, "A very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man." All right, so the point of bringing these verses out is, hey, we're supposed to. You know what? We just gonna bring precepts out. I believe it's in the Sirach also, but we're supposed to be content, man, with what we have. Let me jump down to verse 40 real quick. Sirach 40, and I believe it's 18. Gone. Sirach 40:18. "To labor and to be content with that a man hath is a sweet life, but he that findeth a treasure is above them both." Right? So if a man work, he don't eat. So a man should be working. The man of the Lord should be working, But to be content, to equip that work ethic with a spirit of content and patience, right? That's a Salakia, right? Those are two good traits. Those two will get you far in this life. But he that findeth that treasure, right? This truth is above them both, right? Because with that treasure, with this truth, man, this truth leads to salvation if you play your cards right. Right? And it all comes down to that balance, having this truth and applying this truth and these scriptures to real life. And how do you do that? When it comes to labor, you must be content with what you have, man. Salakia, give me 1 second. Call me. Salaki Akim. All right, so let's grab a precept. Look, Proverbs 30:8, right? "Remove far from me vanity and lies, and give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me," right? And that continues to go on, so on and so forth. You know what? Let's just get into it. Right, Proverbs 38:9. "Lest I be full and deny thee, and then say, Who is Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and still, and take the name of my power in vain." So it's a balance, man. It's a balance, right? It's Philippians 4:12. I might have to start up. God. Philippians 4:11. There's that word content. "Not that I speak," Salakia, verse 10, "but I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care for me hath flourished again, wherein ye also were careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content." So we have to adopt that same spirit. Whatever state we're in, whatever situation we're in, we have to be content with it. If you have little, be content with it. If you have a lot, be content with it, right? Now, obviously, when you apply wisdom, when the Lord blesses you with a good job, and you're fortunate to have, you're in position that you help brothers, alms covered, charity, covereth a multitude of sins, and alms delivered from death, man, as the scriptures say. So we have to understand what what situation the Lord has us in, man. Right? And we gotta apply this truth. All right, so let's go back to I'm gonna jump back to Sirach 31. I'm gonna hit this in the GNT, give us some context, right? Sirach 31 and 19. It says a little bit is plenty for anyone with good manners. It says, besides, you won't be short of breath when you go to bed. It says people who eat too much get a stomach aches and cannot sleep. If you do not overeat, you can get a good night's sleep and wake up early the next morning feeling fine. So it's just putting it in perspective, man. Right? A little bit is plenty for anyone with good manners, or anyone with wisdom, or anyone who has any anyone who the Lord is dealing with. Salakia, right? And it says, besides, you won't be short of breath when you go to bed. Meaning you're not going to be, when you Jake tends to get caught up. We all tend to get caught up in affairs of this life sometime, man. You know, it's not easy. It's conditions of the battle, though, right? So let me jump back. We had that Sirach 31, 40 with the Proverbs. Let me go back to Safari. I believe I had some precepts. Precepts is going in agree, man. So we you know what, Salakia, Aki. Let me grab. You know what? Let's go back to Proverbs 30. Proverbs 30 and 15, Salakia. Proverbs 30 and 15, right? Pointing the latter part of the verse. It says, the horch leech have 2 daughters, crying, give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied. Yea, 4 things say not. It is enough. The grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith it is not enough. Right? Salakia, hold on. That was a beautiful precept. Just going in and this being insatiable, never having enough, man. Just always wanting more. Just a spirit of just gluttony. Beautiful precepts, man. Yeah, you know what? Proverbs 11:24. There is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. Damn. Proverbs 11 and 24. Proverbs 11 and 24 in the NLT. It says, give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything. And that's law. That's law. Alms, charity. Verse 25, the generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Right? Do good. Do good unto your neighbor, man. And don't expect anything in return. And don't do it in a sense, in a spirit of resentment. Right? The Lord is going to bless us. Let me see, man. I'm pretty much hit the point. I just wanted to grab a few precepts, man. Proverbs 15:27. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. Right? And that word gift goes into a few things, man. It goes into bribes in a bad sense. Proverbs 15:27. Right? What does it say here? Matana, yeah, bad sense. Bribe in a bad sense, a sacrificial offering, right? And you know, these modern day offerings, man, you know, it's from Hollywood, from Hollywood to you know, the music industry and sports, you know, to abortions. Like these are all sacrifices, man, rituals, modern day, right? You know, you tend to get caught up in these different fucking situations when you're greedy, when you can never have enough, when you chasing that almighty dollar, right? Ecclesiastes 5 and 10, he that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity, right? Hey, this is not our rest. We shouldn't want abundance here. These scriptures were written for a foretime for our learning, to learn from our mistakes, our ancestors, our forefathers, which were us, to learn from our past mistakes. It's a good one right here. James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl, for your misery shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Their riches are our riches. Their riches weren't theirs to begin with. All right, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Come on, man. Who is this talking about? Right? This is Jake's role model, man. Esau Edom, the pale man. Right? It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. Right? And the cries of them which have reaped in are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies, man. Who do you think those who do you think those laborers were, man? Verse 4 is you could apply this to America, right? The transatlantic slave trade, right? 400 plus years of free labor, reaped down the fields, picked the cotton, built everything, right? Blood, sweat, and tears in the foundation of this place, man. Verse 5, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Right, because, hey, we're worms here. This vengeance is the Lord's. Right? It's a scripture that says, I'm going to close out with that. We got to have patience, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. It's one of my favorite scriptures right here. Gotta let the Lord do his thing, man. There's two of them. We got Proverbs 25:22, Romans 12:20. It says, therefore, I close out with this. Romans 12 and 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Why? Because that's what Yahweh Shai would do. We're here to set an example. We're not here to go tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to get eye for eye. We're not here to get payback. We're not here to get justice. We don't want 40 acres and a mule. We want what's ours. But we got to do what's necessary, man. Right? Speaking of myself, first and foremost, man, this battle, hey, man, we getting close, brothers. You know? We getting close. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone to teach and rule well in peace and salutation to the whole elect. All right, Shalom.